Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of Real Life with Tony and Jen. And as you have noticed, it's just me today. Jen is Jen's getting a massage right now, a well-deserved massage. So what I wanted to do, and I'm going to keep this one short and sweet. Then again, I always say that and tend to rattle on, but I want to encourage anybody that is in a marriage and you're struggling in your marriage for whatever reason. You know, I'm going to say this right off the bat, that I think the number one reason why people struggle, for the most part, is communication. There's some weird thing that happens in marriages, and it's happened in mine, so I speak from experience, where people are just not comfortable telling their spouse exactly how they feel. That was definitely an issue in our marriage. Long time ago, there was a very dark season of communication, just the breakdown of communication. You know, unfortunately, you know, there was a season where, you know, I just couldn't tell Jennifer how I was feeling, because it just upset her. It just, for some reason, there was an automatic defensiveness to the way she would hear anything that I said. It didn't matter what I was upset about, and she would automatically shut down. She would get mad at me for being mad at her, and it was just this vicious cycle. Just a terrible cycle of it just wasn't going anywhere. None of the conversations were going anywhere until I had come to my breaking point, and I decided that regardless of how upset, regardless of what was going to come of it, I laid it down. And I said, listen, we're going to talk about this whether you like it or not, because that's the only way we can fix these things, or we're going to figure out something else, which probably meant going our separate ways. But the reason why I'm telling you guys this is because when you have those come to Jesus meetings, when you have those raw and real conversations that you've been avoiding for years, it's going to go one of two ways. It's going to go in a negative way and probably end the relationship, or it's gonna end up being such an amazing thing, something that you and your spouse can look back on it and say to yourselves, aren't you glad that we had those uncomfortable conversations? Aren't you glad now that we have come to a point where we can just communicate with each other, tell each other exactly how we're feeling about something without having to worry about a big fight, having to worry about feelings getting hurt? And the goal is always the same. How can we fix this? So what I'm saying is, if you're in that struggle right now, if this is someone I'm talking to, if you're hearing my voice right now and you are struggling in your marriage, I'm here. My wife and I are living proof that on the other side of those uncomfortable conversations, on the other side of those battles, they can become your biggest breakthroughs. And you'll look back and you'll just be so thankful that you took that chance. I'm not saying our relationship is perfect. It's definitely not perfect. It's funny because even last week we learned something new. We just had a conversation, you know. So we're still in that process. It will never be perfect. We don't want it to be perfect, but it's pretty damn good. And it's good because we've just come to a place where we don't really let anything slide. If something's bothering one of us, we're talking about it. We're going to fix it. We don't always agree. It's not always like, hey, let's just talk about it and everything's fine. I mean, we got to work it out. We got to come to a balance. We got to come to an agreement. If you're in that situation right now, I'm here to tell you, if you work through it, if you talk about it, if you make each other feel comfortable, that's another thing. You have to make your spouse, your spouse needs to know that they can come to you and tell you anything and they're safe. My wife can come to me with anything and she knows she's safe, because that's just how we roll. So the point of the video is this, guys. If you work through it, if you have those uncomfortable conversations, I promise you on the other side of those is glorious. It's a wonderful thing, all right? I love you guys. So does Jesus. I know Jen's not in this one. That's okay. Hopefully I help someone. That's the goal of the YouTube channel, is to help people have the best marriage possible. And, you know, we got 22 plus years of experience, and we've managed to come out on the other side, and it's pretty damn good. All right. I love you guys. So does Jesus. Peace out. Leave some comments. Don't forget, share the video with someone. If you know someone struggling with what I'm talking about, send this video to them. Have them look at it. You know, maybe it's not easy for you to talk to them. Say, hey, listen to this guy. Listen to what he's got to say about his marriage. And also, you know, click subscribe, click the like button, leave some comments. All right. Love you guys. So does Jesus. Peace out.